And now we take you to one of our research centers, our Beacon Laboratories, and to Dr. W.E. Kuhn, manager of the Technical and Research Division.
The first thing that every Texaco dealer asks about our new gasoline is, what is Petrox? Well, here's what it looks like. Petrox is a new element, or an additive if you prefer. We are putting it into a greatly improved gasoline. You men who understand engines will appreciate the fact that Petrox is an additive derived entirely from petroleum, which is something brand new and exclusive with Texaco. It is the only such additive being used by any oil company. The fact that it is derived entirely from petroleum is important because it doesn't contain anything that can leave harmful engine deposits, since it doesn't come from an inorganic source. Petrox is a Texaco discovery, which I might add, didn't come overnight, but is the result of years of research and more than 1 million miles of testing. We don't buy it from any chemical company. It's made only by Texaco. In fact, we built a special new plant at Port Arthur to make it. That means it's yours exclusively. It would take hours to tell you the whole story, but Phil Foster here is going to give you some of the highlights that will tell you why this year you're selling the finest gasoline that's made.
You know, this oil business is highly competitive. A lot of oil companies say their gasolines give easy starting, fast warm-up, quick acceleration, no vapor lock, no knocking. Some say no stalling, power and economy. With climate control, there isn't a gasoline on the market today that can beat the old Sky Chief. So I won't take the time to tell you how good the new top octane Sky Chief is on any of these counts. It's better, believe me. But there are things our new gasoline does have that no other gasoline ever dared to claim. Before I tell you what they are, I'd like to show you on this cutaway engine what the problem is. You all know that inside the cylinder, you have 4 strokes of your piston. Intake, compression, power, and exhaust. Intake, compression, power, and exhaust. The whole secret of engine power is right here in this area where the explosion takes place. If this area is completely sealed in, you get the full force of the explosion on the piston, and you get the maximum power of the engine. But, and here's the catch, if there's any leakage here, you don't get the full force of the explosion, and so you lose power. Now, there are 3 places where you can get leakage. Around the piston rings, around the intake valve, and around the exhaust valve. And the things that cause leakage and loss of power are deposits and wear. And that's where we come into the picture. Texaco dealers can make the claim and prove it that they have a gasoline that keeps an engine cleaner. Gasoline is a natural dirtier of engines because there are byproducts of combustion that build up deposits on engine parts. We have run over 1 million miles of road tests, and we have demonstrated conclusively that top octane Sky Chief, supercharged with Petrox, does not dirty up engines. Here are some charts of the test results. Intake manifold cleanliness, intake system cleanliness, spark plug cleanliness, combustion chamber cleanliness, condition of exhaust valve seats, intake port cleanliness. These are actual results of many thousands of miles of road tests. But they're probably not as convincing as these actual engine parts. Look at these valves. This one used top octane Sky Chief, and this one used a competitive premium gasoline. And look at these spark plugs. This one used top octane Sky Chief. And this one used a highly advertised competitive premium gasoline. Spark plug life and efficiency increased more than 300% on test engines. Your customers may ask, why is it so important to keep an engine clean? The answer is to keep it young. You buy a new car, and it has a certain amount of power. Then as you drive it, engine deposits start building up. This makes your engine cry for more octane in the gasoline. And if it doesn't get it, you lose power. If you keep your engine clean, you go right on getting the same power you had when the car was new. And along with that power, you get fuel economy. New Sky Chief with Petrox not only reduces the octane appetite of your car, it provides octanes which are appreciated by your engine, thereby giving unusual, knock-free performance.
This chart shows the results of our short trip stop-and-go driving tests. It shows a saving in gasoline consumption of 5%. That means a saving in this test of 1 gallon out of every 20-gallon tank full of gasoline. This clean engine quality of top octane Sky Chief, as I said before, is an exclusive with Texaco dealers. The most spectacular feature of the new Sky Chief is this. Reduces wear. We showed you in a film tonight that advanced custom-made Haviland does a remarkable job of reducing wear. We did not think it possible to reduce wear beyond this point. We now know and can prove that top octane Sky Chief reduces wear still further in these very critical areas. And that means even longer engine life. You have a perfect pair. The first team, the best motor oil, and the finest gasoline that money can buy. They were not born. They are made for those who want the best. Look at that chart. It compares ring wear in the cars using top octane Sky Chief and those using other premium gasolines. There's an improvement there of between 35 and 40%. Petrox is the difference. We did more than 1 million miles of testing of this new gasoline, and we're sure of our ground. With top octane Sky Chief, supercharged with Petrox, every motorist will get maximum power, sustained power, prolonged power, plus economy, less maintenance, and greater mileage.